Hi everybody, it's Jill for today. Today I am making moist, chewy, buttery, delicious mom's oatmeal cookies. They are so wonderful and they'll kind of bring you back to when you were a kid. And to make them even more amazing, I'm going to add chocolate chips to them. So let's come down and we'll get started. The first thing I'm going to do is cream my butter. I have some softened butter in here, and I'm going to mix it until it becomes light and fluffy, which, should probably just take a minute or so. All right, I have this nicely creamed, nice and light, so I'm going to add some granulated sugar. And I'm going to add some brown sugar, and I'm going to beat this together so the sugars are combined, and then we'll be going on to the next step. All right, as you can see, it's pretty light and fluffy in there, and it should be a couple of minutes to get to this stage. And now I'm going to add some vanilla. At this point, I'm going to add some eggs, and I will beat those in. I have some flour here, and into my flour is going some baking soda, a little bit of salt, some ground cinnamon, and I'm going to mix that up just like so. And to the mixture of flour and baking soda and cinnamon and salt, I'm adding some rolled oats. These are old-fashioned oats. The larger. You could use the quick cooking if you have those in the house and you don't have any old-fashioned. Those would work just fine. So I'm going to get this mixed in here, and then I'm going to bring my mixer back in, and we're going to combine this. So I'll set that aside. Bring my mixer back in. All right. As you can see here, we've got the eggs and the sugar and the butter, and in goes the flour and oat mixture. And I'm going to mix this until it's just combined. I don't want to beat it up, beat it. I just want to get that flour and oat combined. It smells wonderful. I smell that cinnamon. All right, let's take a look in here. It looks good. It looks good. This is what I wanted. I wanted all the oat and flour mixture into the butter, but I didn't want to, overdo it. So this is great. And now I'm going to put in 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and you could put I don't know, you could put the dark chocolate ones in. I know they make a a dark semi-sweet now, more than just the regular semi-sweet. And again, I'm going to mix these in just until they're combined. I don't want them beat so hard that I break those chocolate chips up. I've taken it off the beater, now the mixer, and I'm going to pull all this off of the beater blade. It looks wonderful. It looks really good. Oh, these cookies are so good. My mom, she didn't bake a whole lot. I learned how to bake from her when she baked, off and on. But when she did bake things, they were always such memory makers. And this was one of them. I'm not fond of raisins, so when she did put chocolate chips in them, I felt like I'd hit the trifecta. You should have your oven set at 350, which mine is, and I heard it just just beep to tell me that it was up to temperature. So I'm gonna get my cookie sheets and we're gonna put this on, but there it is. That's what it looks like. Let me bring you in there and see if you can see. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I have my cookie sheet with a Silpat liner on it. Now, if you didn't have a Silpat, you could use some parchment paper, or if you have a, a nonstick cookie sheet, that would work. And I've got an 1.25 inch ice cream scoop here, and I'm going to just, as you can see, make these nice little balls. And I probably should do 3 across. I wouldn't go any more than that. Put that up there. Well, as you could see, in the midst of me scooping those out, my ice cream scooper broke, and I had a feeling it was going to eventually give out on me. So I've got a teaspoon here, and I'm just going to put in some nice, large tablespoons. You know, how you might think of what a large tablespoon looks like. Okay, one more here, and I think actually I'm going to leave it at 9 per sheet. I think that's safe. So I'm going to move these all over a little bit like that. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to press them down just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Give them, like I always say, like a little pat. Okay, there we are. Okay. Get my hand wiped off here. Okay, these cookies are going to go into a preheated 350-degree oven, and they're going to cook for about 9 to 12 minutes. And what I'm looking for is just a browning around the edge and still just a little tiny soft on the inside, because we want those cookies to have that chewy, delicious flavor. But of course, we want to have them cooked. So when these are done, we'll bring you back and I'll show them to you. And here are the cookies. They are moist, they're chewy, they have chocolate chips in them. They are, look at the beautiful bottoms on those. Look at that. So we're gonna take a taste of these and let you know how they are. Are you ready to try these? He's been smelling them bake for an hour or so. Okay, here it is.
That's a big one.
Oh, you want that one? Okay. We break that in half, and I'm gonna take this little half.
And I get the big half. Okay.
Smell that. Oh, he got past smelling. He's going for taste.
They smell good too, but
oh,
those are good.
Those are so delicious. Chewy, moist. You know, this is my mother's recipe.
Oh, that is.
Actually, hers, believe it or not, I'll tell you a little story about this recipe. Her recipe called for shortening.
Wow.
Yeah, those were the old days where you used shortening in your cookies. And this one, I actually obviously put butter in. The other thing I did, which my mother's recipe did not have, is 2 eggs. Hers had 1 egg. So I think these are my mom's, but like amped up.
Wow, these are delicious. Shall I tell you my favorite cookie story?
Go ahead. I'll eat.
When my brother and I were kids, my parents had this friend named Mary Fowley. And Mary used to make the most delicious butter cookies in the world. So one day my brother Terry and I decided we were going to make Mary Fowley's butter cookies. So we got my mother to get the recipe from Mary, which we did, and then we set about making the cookies. And we thought those cookies were so delicious. How great would they be if we doubled the butter content in it? So we did. We put twice as much butter in. The cookies didn't hold their shape all that well. They were good, but we got so sick. Those cookies were so rich.
Too rich. These are rich, but these
It took me a long time to go back and have another butter cookie.
These are rich, but they're delicious. Yeah. Okay, I hope you try this recipe. I will list the ingredients and the instructions down below in the description box. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you guys soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.